Hey, I posted a post on Say It in reference to my topic right now, which is living, and just fell upon my lap. And like I said, I was gonna drop it in yours, so I was like, drop it in your lap type deal. So, in other words, the living and my definition of living, you guys could look at that post, but it's just basically living without restriction. And I don't mean like, oh, you just no boundaries. No, you abide by those boundaries. However, you don't limit yourself to, don't no setting it no limitations on yourself, no self limitations, meaning that say what you mean what you say, being respectful in the sense, but still learning to live without recognition of failure, without recognition of rejection. Just understanding that comes with the territory of living, and then it comes with the territory of growing and being a person and just being a human being. So with that, it made me ask a lot of questions to myself that I had to jot down. You know how you just, some people do journaling, some people do, diaries, but I do video diaries because as soon as I get something in, I put a note on my phone. Anybody has a note on their phone, they just kind of just jot down some stuff. I'm a jotter, okay, and I do a video diary. So hey, video diaries to you guys, but just to lay something else on you guys' lap as an extension of what I just posted or posted roughly Friday morning, Thursday night, some kind. But it just felt like, living life. Life's already hard. Why make it harder on yourself? Ask yourself questions. If you have to question yourself and in some sense kind of limiting yourself, being self-conscious, holding yourself back, move out of your own way. And in that way, just kind of just allow yourself to live. If you're a spiritual person, you pray about things, just pray for strength and pray for courage to live, because some things we don't understand, some things we don't even know the outcome of. So we don't even try it. That I think is just boring. That I think limits yourself of growth, of just living, of learning everything. It just limits yourself. So the big word is limitations. Let that go. No limits. And I mean as far as self within. That's something you can't control. We can't control other people. We can't control our lives. We don't know what's going to happen, but we can't control our actions. We can't control how we feel. So I asked questions to myself, and I asked, like, why not live? What's your reasoning for not living? Which means living freely, understanding that we abide by laws. We all have rules and regulations to abide by. But why have that constant reminder that I may be rejected, I may fail, and to keep us grounded, to keep us isolated, and to keep us confined in ourselves? Let go. The other question I was asked, like, why not try? You're gonna fail. If you're thinking that in your mind anyway, if you're gonna fail, there's two outcomes. You either fail or succeed. There's no in between if you don't try. You're stuck in the middle if you're just sitting. Fear of failure. What is the biggest thing? You fail and then what? You get up and you try again. That's the whole point of trying. And I'm just trying to influence and encourage you all to do that. And hopefully in this I will. And then fear of rejection. People get rejected all the time. We're not good enough. That's their perception. That's to their standards. What about here? Am I good enough for me? Am I good enough? Who do I answer to, and who do I need to be good enough for? Self-confidence. That's self. So us being self-conscious and aware of that, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Why? Fear of success. That's what I really think. I think challenging yourself to be successful can be hard to take on, can be hard to grasp. Because some people fear success. You may look at me and like, really? Some people have never known what winning feels like. So they don't even want to try that. If they failed all the time, if you're so prone, you're conditioned to failure, and you're going to tell me that as soon as I try this, I may succeed, that's a thought that scares the out of some people. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, fear of success, that's another fear. My question was, what are you afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? You succeed? Is that your worst? Really? You guys put a flip on, or some of us put a flip on success because we feel like it's so far-fetched. It's so hard to put one foot in front of the other. but you're going to fall down walking anyway. So why not learn from those falls? Why not get those scars to prove that you've tried? Get your proof, people. Get your proof and get your experience. So what are you afraid of? Rejection? Are you that person afraid of rejection? Are you that person afraid of failure? Okay. And it brought me back to the quote from Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. It's that we are powerful beyond measure. It's not our light. It is our darkness that most fears us. It is. I know you probably look like, why? It's not that I'm not good enough. It's that I may have the potential to be too good, and I'm overwhelmed. That overwhelms me. That scares the hell out of me. Because if I'm too good, the people behind me, how do they perceive me now? We're so worried about somebody else. We're so afraid that we need that other person walking side by side with us, succeeding, taking one step with us. Sometimes we have to step out on faith. Sometimes we have to step out and trust in ourselves and do that. Just do that. And I hate to say leave that person behind that's holding you back. Sometimes it's you. It's you that's holding you back. Step out on whatever faith you have and whatever courage you have and belief you have in yourself, and do what's right for you. It's your light, not your darkness. That you're already sitting in darkness. So what can you do worse? You're going to go back to what you were doing, or are you going to step forward into something, the unknown? And that's what fears us most. I just wanted to lay that, guys, in your lap, because really and truly, somebody may need this. I felt like it was on my heart. It was on my mind. I talked to a complete stranger. I just met a lady Friday, and she just felt like, you know what? We have a tendency to hold ourselves back. I was like, come on, girl, because Thursday night, you weren't there with me. And a lot of people, y'all can agree with this. If you just going through something, seems like you run into somebody else, they got that word that you need, that encouragement. You're like, where did you come from? You're just like, why are you speaking into my life? And that's the reason why. And trust yourself. If you don't trust anybody else, it's you. You are you. And, it's so elementary and so simplistic to think about, but it's true. And if I haven't told you anything, I will tell you that. So from this day forth, if you could possibly just try life, give it a chance. Give yourself a chance. I'm done.